What's good, crew? It's Rubber Cat. They coming back at you with another video, and today, it's been a little minute since we done a Gear 5 spam video, and I feel like I know it's time. It's time for a OP10 Gear 5 spam video, man. So, hey, if you excited for this as much as I am, I got two lists lined up for y'all boys. Not one, not three, two lists lined up for y'all boys. Two different OP10 lists, so you can get your Gear 5 spam rocks off, man. And RP Luffy is my main, so we had to do the Gear 5 span with the RP Luffy, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail. But hey, if you like content like this, man, and you a RP Luffy main, or you a PB Luffy main, or you gonna be, a blue, purple Luffy, blurple Luffy, whatever you wanna call it, or spear Luffy, hey, if you gonna be, a main of them, any of these leaders, you gotta tap into the channel, man, because we got the cleanest list, we got the best list, and I got a shit ton of games for y'all boys today with both these lists. Just going against all different OP10 decks, O9 decks, whatever. Hey man, but let's get into the list, man. That's enough talking. Let's get into the list. So this right here is gonna be the first list, and this list right here, we're not playing any searchers, but we are playing, some cycle cards. We are playing a couple cycle cards, but we'll get into that as we get into the list. Of course, we got our leader. We're running three new gates. AK leads are, yeah, AK leads always good. I'm gonna say that just in any meta, pretty much AK lead is kind of relevant, especially for some of these decks that want to go taller. The only deck I really struggled with this list was the yellow matchup, as far as Eustace Kid specifically, that leader specifically, just because they trash your life. So Newgate helps out with that matchup. We also got two of the dragons here. Rush is always good. I want to play a certain number of big bodies so we can spam them out to the board. But I've already went over these cards a million times, no need to go over it. And this is a Gear 5 spam video, so of course we got four of the Gear 5 Luffy's. Um, you know, the goal of this list is to spam out as many Gear 5s as possible. But this list specifically, we're not searching for the Gear 5. So if we have it, we can play it. If not, we'll play one of our other bigs. We don't want to rely on it. It is a finisher at the end of the day, but being able to spam them back to back is fun. So why not do it? We got four of the Sanjis, standard card. We went over 1,000 times. We got four Brulees. This is one of our rant pieces. Went over 1,000 times. If you want to know more information about any of these cards that I went over 1,000 times, just go check any of my previous videos. We got three of the Black Marias. Black Maria's here to help us go right back to 10 dime after we use our Gear 5 Luffy specifically. That's really all she is, and then a 2K counter on top of that. I'm not playing as many dragons because I am running four of these 7-drop Sanjis. This is another play that you can do after Gear 5. So after Gear 5, you can do either Sanji, Dragon, or another Gear 5. If you got Black Maria, you can do another Gear 5 or Newgate or Eustace Kid after your Gear 5 play. So we got four of the Rush Sanjis here. Great card, great finisher, ends games. We got four of the new 5-cost Rosinante. I'm not using his discard effect as much because we're not running that many events, but it can come up. If you want to draw two, if you're bricked up, you can use it to draw two and search for your Gear 5 as well. But the main reason we're using this card is because at the end of your turn, if you have 7 more Don cards, you get to set 2 of them as active. So great for making your Gum Gun Giants live after you use all your Don or anything else. That's what we're using that for. After playing a bunch of the Eustace Kid matchups, which is very, very annoying. The Trafalgar Law is a great card. It helps in that matchup. It helps in matchups where they want to get a big hand size. It's kind of like Pudding for blue. If you got a card that does that, why not play it? So we teched in the Law. This is a new addition to the list. Definitely a good card though. I might try to actually include it in my actual build for OP10 as well, just because you know if you got a deck that's amassing a big hand size, that counters our deck pretty well. So we want to get rid of them cards out of their hand. And if you don't know what he does, on play down -1. If your opponent has 7 or more cards in hand, you may trash 2 from their hand. They don't get to choose; it just trashes 2 random cards from their hand. So great card. 3 of the kids. We went over this 1,000 times. We're only running 3 Usohachi here because we did add 3 of the Black Marias. So we're still running a decent amount of 2Ks in this list. We're running 10, I believe, yeah, 10. And we're running 3 Onamis for cycle, just to help us get to our bigs if we don't have any bigs in hand. We're running 1 of the Divine Departures just to help with any green matchup where they may be doing the kids or anything like that. It's a little bit harder now because they do have the new Tashigis to protect their kids. But if they don't, this is a way to get rid of it quick, or just anybody that's 8K or less that you know is annoying. Or you can be used as counter, you know, to give your leader plus 3K. It's a great card all the way around. Next we got 2 of the Thunder Bagwas. I was running 3 of this, but we went down to 2 so we can add the laws in. I didn't really want to cut anywhere else, so we're running 2 for now. We got 4 of the Gum Gum Giants. Went over this card 1,000 times as well. And then instead of the Zoro Joros, we are running the Lead Performer Disaster because you know with the Gear 5 build, you do want to go second. And not only does this card ramp you, it draws you a card. So that's the reason why we're running this card specifically. This helps us dig through our deck more, and it also has a trigger to activate this card's main effect. So this is the first list right here. Let's get on to the second list, crew. Alright, crew. So for you people out there who like to search, you know, you want to play your searchers in your deck, this is the Gear 5 spam build for you right here specifically. We are running 4 of the Search Anamis, which searches majority of our cards that we want to play. It searches our Gear 5s, it searches our Sanjis, our 2K counter Sanji, our Rush Sanji. Also, we're running the 9-drop Luffy here. I'm not going to go over the cards I already went over because, you know, there's no point. Just the new cards. We're running the 9-drop Luffy here because this is searchable in this list and it draws you a card. We're running an extra Divine Departure. We're running an extra Thunder Bagua, but this list we're running 2 Zoro Joros because it is searchable with the Nami, and then also we're running only 2 Lead Performer Disasters in this list, and we're actually running 4 of the Black Marias and 4 of the Usohachis. Really, that's the only change I made. I made it where majority of your bigs are searchable. We don't have that Kid Newgate combo, so I did make sure all my bigs had rush essentially, because Gear 5 is also pretty much rush. So all of the bigs have rush. That was the main focus of this list right here. But now what you all been waiting for, man, let's get into the gameplay. But before we do, hey Brooke, drop that beat. Alright crew, this is our first game here against Usopp. I'm gonna try to show y'all the best games because I got so many games. I played with both these lists. This list right here, we will find out what it is in a minute as we go through the cards. We know if we see Newgate, it's the first list I showed you, or if we see the 9-rush Luffy, it's the second list I showed you. So as we get into it, we'll figure out which list is what. That's how I decipher which one I'm playing with. But they start off first, which we like going second with this list. We get a Lead Performer Disaster, which is perfect for us. We got a Thunder Bagua in hand. We're probably just gonna, we gotta pass there anyway, but we're gonna pass there. We're probably gonna take the first life maybe, or we might counter out. We do got a lot of counter in hand. I probably in hindsight wouldn't take this, but we're gonna take it and just use our Thunder Bagua probably, or a Lead Performer Disaster to draw into some more counter. Either one's good. I don't think there's an incorrect play, but yeah, we're choosing to use the Thunder Bagua first, so we're gonna swing 8 here at our opponent. And then we're going to use the Thunder Bagua on the following turn to ramp, and then Lead Performer Disaster once we get it back. So yeah, I mean, there's no really correct way to do this because you could do it either way. You could have played Lead Performer Disaster there, drew a card, then swung 7. Either way is safe really. He plays out a Sabo here, which is kind of making me think he was bricked up a little bit. I don't know, or maybe it's the only five don turn card he had. Who knows? But it's cool. We play the lead performer disaster here. We swing 7. We actually got another Thunder Bagua in hand. Oh, he didn't swing that turn, so we still got Thunder Bagua in hand, so we can leave 2 up for Thunder Bagua. So either way, it works out the same. If he wants to swing at us this turn, we get the Thunder Bagua and ramp up. We'll be at 8 done, which means we'll be at 10 on our turn 4, which is perfect if we do want to spam out the Gear 5 right away. He plays Kairos and the Rebecca. He gets no value from it because we have no bodies on board. So he just wasted that play there, which is fine with me. He does play out the Orlumbus, which is cool. So here we're just gonna ramp to 10. Since we got to ramp to 10, since he didn't swing at us, we'll just go ahead and do Dragon play here. Set up Gear 5 for the next turn. If he would have swung at us, then we could have did Gear 5 this turn and got 3 swings in. But since he didn't, we'll do this play. It works just as good. You got a 8K and a 9K coming at you. Better hope you got counter or give up your blocker. I'm fine with either one. So he gave up his blocker there, which is cool. We got so many cards in hand, it's insane. We got 2 open done. There's no way he can do anything to us this turn right here. He could probably KO or a dragon with, you know, cards he got on board or something like that. But besides that, there's no way he can kill us here. You do want to be careful amassing a good hand size against, you know, blue decks, because they can punish you with pudding. So you want to be careful when you're doing that. But I don't think too many Usopp players run pudding, so I'm fine with amassing a big hand size against him. Here we're just gonna Gum Giant to cycle, try to get some more bigs. He did KO or Dragon, which is unfortunate, but it's cool. So here he did play out a blocker. We're just gonna go ahead and Gear 5 anyway. It don't matter. We do have the Black Maria to ramp us back up, so we're cool with it. We're gonna swing 7 here. See if we can get this blocker. It gives us the blocker here, which is cool. Plays a Searcher from trash. Alright, what else is doing? He has the Gum King Kong gun. So I know what his plans are for the future, which is cool. So here we're gonna ramp 1 with their Gear 5, play out the Black Maria, gain all our dime back. Swing 6 at life here. And then we'll probably just swing into the Kairos, try to get some cards out of hand. That way when we do our next Gear 5, you know, he doesn't have that many cards in hand. He gives up the Kairos here instead, so that's fine as well. No more big attacker for him. We got 1 open dime, we got a Gear 5, we got everything in hand, which is crazy. We got too much counter in hand, bro. Got the Divine Departure. Let's see what he does here. He uses Red Rock to get rid of our Gear 5. That's unfortunate. He swings 6 at us here. Probably just give him a 2K. I like having Rush Sanji in hand in case he plays another blocker out. He definitely wants to get rid of this Black Maria, right? Plays out a blocker and plays out another blocker. Cool. 2 blockers, interesting. So we're Gear 5ing again, you know, why not? Another Gear 5. It ain't tricking if you got it, right? Swing 7 here at our opponent, see what he wants to do. Get a blocker there, which makes sense. Do the exact same play that we did the turn prior. Black Maria, gain all our dime bags, swing 6 at lead. Then we'll swing another 12 at lead. He gives up his other blocker there. We pass our turn in the same exact position we left off in the turn prior. See what he does here. On his 10 Don turn, so a couple options he can do. He plays out of Cavendish and attacks just to get the draw 2, trash 1, which is cool. Not worried about that. Let's see what he does here. Our opponent must be bricked up or something. Gonna play some more blockers out. What's going on? Taking a little while, you know. I guess he's got to think. He's only 6 at us here. Should be an easy 1K. I thought about giving him the searcher there, but I was like, you know what? If I can get another gear 5, why not use it? So we counter out with one of the rush Sanjis. I mean, we got 2 Sohachis in hand as well. So, you know, like at the end of the day, if we want to do another gear 5, or we want to rest down a blocker, we can. So we're gonna give him the Gum Gum Giant here to cycle. We draw into another gear 5. So can you guess what this is gonna be? Swing 6 here. We could have swung 7, but I don't know why we did it that way. Either way, swing 12. Drop another gear 5. Definitely swung out of sequence there, but I don't think it matters. No way it can physically survive this. I mean, unless he had all 2Ks, which I highly doubt. Strap up 10 and then swing 12. Yeah. He had what, 1 2K? 1 2K, 2 1Ks. Yeah, he wasn't surviving that. And that was rough for our opponent there. 3 gear 5s back to back. I don't know what anybody could do. Let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright, crew. So, since you seen we was playing the Searcher the last match, this is the Searcher version. So this is the second day list I showed you. Let's see. So we're going up against a Limb here. The thing about Limb is, if they can't stand their cards up and you can just attack their board every turn, then it's really kind of weak, to be honest. He plays a Dofi. He cheats a Dofi out there. We have no play right here, so we're just gonna swing 10 into the Dofi, cause why not? We're about to bully our opponent here. It just keep taking out their board every turn if they can't stop it, you know. So he plays the Rosinante here, which stands itself on attack. But I got bad news for him. We're swinging 8 into it anyway. Getting it off the board. Play it out of Brûlée so we can ramp next turn. Let's see what he does here. Plays out of IDO, which is cool. Which means he can't swing into us. Oh, he can swing it to us. Okay. Well, we just counter out or block out Brûlée. Alright, we're on 10 Don here. Thinking about playing out the gear 5, but also I'm thinking, well, I could just kill his audio here, which would be more beneficial to me. I got a shit ton of events in hand. So I don't see the problem with strapping 8 on lead and just killing his audio, or 9. It doesn't matter. He can't kill us. We swing 15 into the audio here. See if he can counter out. He can't. So we're just bullying his board right now, and there's nothing he can do about it but embrace it. Plays a Rosinante here and a Dofi, which is cool. So he swings 9 at us here. Probably just gonna Giant to cycle. Get rid of the Onami. Draw into another Onami, so you know that's cool. So he's got 2 blockers on board. We got the Rush Sanji. So we play out the Rush Sanji. Rest down his blocker. Gain the dime back. Probably going 6 into his Rosinante here. Then our opponent quits because, you know, what can you do when somebody's bullying your board like that? You know, we're not taking life. And the next turn we're probably going to gear 5 and get majority of his life out because he's probably going to play one of these cards. He only got a brick in hand and then 1 event. So, I mean, there's nothing he could do there. I feel like putting this game in here just because, you know, it's an easy way to beat Limb. If they don't have that 1 Limb that stands their character up every turn. And plus you're playing the Rush Sanji, so it don't matter anyway. But yeah, let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright, crew. We're going against the new smoker here. The red-green smoker. Oh, forgot to press play. Alright, we're going against the red-green smoker here. Got some ramp in hand. We got some bigs. I like to see it. I like to see it. We draw into another piece of ramp, which is nice. Definitely gonna want to use Lead Performer Disaster over Brule first, just for the simple fact, unless we don't have counter in hand. But since we do, we want to use Lead Performer Disaster first, just because it draws us a card and it has no counter on it. So here, decide if I want to take this hit. I do, and I get a gear 5, which is perfect for, you know, what we're trying to do here. We're gonna swing 6 in, and since we already took a life, we're gonna play Brule. Just to save us from 1 hit, possibly. So, you know, that's the thing. He plays the smoker out and sets up the 3 Don as active, and he's probably gonna swing 8 here, maybe, possibly. Or he might just play another body out, who knows. Either way, it doesn't matter, because we still got our blocker. So, yep. He swings there, we're just gonna Brule block that. So here we should Lead Performer Disaster, yeah. Ramp up to 9. I would play Onami out maybe, but I'll swing first. Thinking here what I want to do. And we might just go for the life here. Get him closer to, you know, the gear 5 loss. Yeah, we just swing 10 on the life there. Get the life from. He plays out a Tashigi, a Sanji. Crazy. Give him the 1 cost event and a 2K here. When 6 at us, we take that. Alright. So now I'm just looking at his board, observing. We're gonna gear 5 here. We do our gear 5 ramp. Swing 7 at life. In hindsight, I should have kept the Black Maria in hand so I can go back up to 10, but you know, it is what it is. Go 10 in the life here. And we're actually going for game because he took that 10. He took that 10K hit. Our opponent had exactly 12, and the rest was bricks. So you know, that was a quick gear 5 win there. I guess we've seen that since we played the gear 5, we could potentially lose the next turn if he did have the kid to, you know, establish on his board. Maybe not lose the next turn, but he could set the kid up with the Tashigi, which would be toxic, and then, you know, we probably end up losing eventually because he does have Hody Jones. So he probably goes Kid next turn, and then after turn after that, Hody Jones, which would, you know, demolish us in that situation. I mean, we do got a decent amount of counter in hand, but yeah, I don't think we survive if we let that go on too much longer. So let's get on to the next games, crew. All right, crew. We're going against Reiju here. She did go first. She got her stage, of course. They always have the stage. We do want to go second either way, so it doesn't matter. We got a Thunder Bagua, so we got some ramp and we got some bigs in hand. Eustace Kid Newgate's always good to see in hand. Whether you see the Gear 5 or not, you know. This is our other list, by the way, if you ain't already noticed, because we got the Kid and Newgate. So there's no searcher in this list. So we do got to rely on drawing the Gear 5. He plays a Niji there, swings 5 at us, which I guess he didn't read the cards, but it's cool. Probably just swing 8 here, leave 2 up, in case he gets 2 attacks in with his little rush guy, Ichiji. I think that's his name. It's cool. Right. So waiting on our opponent here. So he is swinging 6 at us here, so we should take this. Yes, we actually get a lead performer disaster trigger, and we ramp and draw into a 2K, which is great. If he swings 7 at us here, then we probably just go ahead and Thunder Bagua, ramp again. Playing out the big Niji, which does nothing to us. Does let him draw a card though. Now he plays out a blocker. He's gonna pass here probably. That's fine. We did get the ramp off lead performer disaster. We draw into another lead performer disaster, but we're just gonna play our kid out here. Swing 7. Make it harder for him to hit us. I could probably say that lead performer disaster for the Rosinante play to draw 2. Or we could just chain Newgate after Kid, which is good as well. Let's see what our opponent does here. They are at 7 Don. Surprised I ain't seen the Ichiji yet because, you know, every time I play this deck, they always have it. I wonder if he's playing the new cards. I don't remember. He red rocks us here, which is, you know, kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. But it does make it where he only has 1 potential swing, so I'm fine with that as well. I would say if we had to get rid of a card for, you know, to counter out, it would probably be Onami. Because we can draw with the Rosinante. So here we're on 8 Don. They ramp up, play out the Rosinante, trash the lead performer disaster, draw 2, which is cool. He'll play out Onami as well to get a blocker on board. Cycle 2 more cards, but I don't think we need to. In hindsight here, I probably would have just left 3 up and swung 7. He does have a blocker either way, you know. This does guarantee me the blocker almost, or life, yeah. Swinging 9 does guarantee the blocker almost there. Cause that's a lot of counter from hand. That's gonna require 3 cards, and most people don't want to give up 3 cards over a, you know, little 2-cost blocker, so it makes sense. We did get into some more bigs though with that cycle, so you know we're looking good. And I forgot that we get to stand the Donna with Rosinante, so there was no point in me leaving 3 up because we get to put 3 up anyway. Well, we get to put 2 up and we already had 1 up anyway. So that works out perfect. Can't forget about the Rosinante, man. That's why I put him in here. I forgot the damn effect already, bro. I done played 20 games with this list. He plays out the Reiju here. Went to the Ichiji as well. Ooh. -2 on a Rosinante. Too bad he can't pop it. We are only a 6K lead, but I don't think it matters. Next turn is probably a Newgate play or a Dragon. Depending on what he has on board is what I will play. But more than likely, with him having that many bodies on board, I think Newgate would be the best play this turn, and then Dragon next. But we can cycle if we wanted to as well. I'm thinking about cycling. I go ahead and cycle here. I'm actually looking for the gear 5 just so I can drop it on him, but you know, it is what it is. We didn't find it there. Can't swing into us with his Reiju, so you know, that's a good thing as well. Alright, so here be on 10 Don, put 1 on Rosinante, swing 7. Play out Dragon here. 2 on lead, swing 8, and then we're probably gonna swing 9. He doesn't have a blocker, so this is a good play. They got to give us 3 1Ks for that, so he's probably gonna have to take this. He does, and then here we get to stand up 2 or Don, so now we got 3 active Don. We got 3 events in our hand. There's no way our opponent can kill us this turn. So he's probably cooked. Unless he gets some blockers down or something. But even then, we got Usopp. We can rest and do whatever. The world is our oyster right now. Just doing what we want with our opponent. Ain't really nothing they can do about it. We get a gear 5, he's really cooked. I don't remember what happened this game. I did record this a couple days ago. I was gonna drop it yesterday, but when I got home from work, you know, some shit was going on. Well, nothing bad, but you know, the wife was busy, so we let her do her thing. And we made y'all wait till the day, unfortunately. So he plays out the Vinsmoke judge here, which is gonna let him play out all his other stuff. It's cool. I probably would have swung first if I was him, and then played out the other stuff. I don't know. Just me personally. I guess it's the same. I don't know. He does get double a Chiji here, but you know, 2 2Ks can get out of that easy. He goes for my Dragon here, he's not getting it. I got bad news for him. He does go for my Dragon. We give him a 1K here. See what he does. Goes into life here. We're gonna cycle. Let's get rid of the new gate because having that rush is better right now. Don't plan on letting our opponent survive. He put 1 on and swung 6 into Dragon. I don't know what he was thinking. It didn't matter either way. He was going to counter out of all of it. And our opponent gave up there because he was cooked. He had no blockers. He probably should have played that blocker out instead of, you know, Vinsmoke judge. He had a better chance of doing that. And even Gravity Blade and the Rosinante wouldn't have been a bad thing as well. Or Red Rocking, he could have played out the blocker, Red Rocked our Dragon. And he has a better chance of surviving that way. He doesn't have a lot of counter in hand, so he probably dies either way, but hey, you don't know that, you know. But yeah, that's it for that game. Let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright, crew, this is the last and final game with the first list I showed y'all right here. This one we are playing against, you know, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Nah, I'm just playing. We're playing against Lucci, man. You know how we feel about Lucci, man. We do Lucci's the worst way where I come from. I don't know about y'all RP Luffy players, but we do Lucci's pretty bad around here. We got plenty of rush in hand, which is what we like to see against Lucci. We're going 10 on, getting that other life out of we got him down to 3 life, you know, where we like our Lucci players at. Because once we start dropping these big bodies, I hate to break the news to them, if you spend all your resources to remove these big bodies, you're gonna auto lose. That's just how it goes, you know. They played out a Lucci for no reason. He can't even swing into us there, which I think is a mistake. Here I probably should just swing 8 to be honest, and play out a Rosinante. We save the Sanji when he plays Rebecca. That way we could just rest down Rebecca and attack for free. Takes another life, which lets me think he's bricked up in hand. We don't need the discard effect this turn. I accidentally forgot to set 2 Don active. Misclick, but it happens. We're supposed to have 2 active Don here as well, which is going to, you know, threaten our opponent, but we don't, so we'll counter out accordingly. Cause sorry, we'll counter out accordingly because if he does play something, you know, it is what it is. But he's worried about our body on board, of course, like they always do when you put a body on board. And he's gonna swing 9 in here, and we'll just take. It's cool. We ramp to 10 here. We play out our Newgate more than likely, or Dragon. Either one's good. I should have swung first though. Now that I look back at it, I should have put 1 on lead, swung first with 7, and then put another. I guess we could swing 9 and 9. It's still the same. Yeah, swing 9. Counters out 3 cards for that one. I'm guessing he's got majority bricks in hand. He does Ice Age the Dragon here, which means he's probably going to remove it. But, you know, he played a Jack to remove it, which is unfortunate for him. That means you don't got a blocker. And you're already bricked up in hand from the way you've been taking life. So it's like, Gear 5's probably going to cook you, buddy. He swings 6 here. So just counter out. Gum Giant, cycle. Get rid of a Gear 5, make him feel like he's safe. Swing 7 at us here. We just counter out, because why not? Then we drop our Gear 5, you know. He's got one, he's only got 1 Don. And as you can tell, he's only got a 2k, 1k in hand. So he can get out of the first attack, but the next 2 are guaranteed to connect. No blocker, as I said. But yeah, man, that's it. That's it for all the games. You know, I do got plenty of more gameplay. If y'all would like to see it, we'll drop it in the future sometime. You know, it is what it is. I am working on Red Blue Marco. Will be the next video I drop. I think I almost got the list where it's getting consistent wins where I want it to be at, you know, because I don't like dropping lists that I can't win with consistently against a lot of decks. You know, you're not going to win against every deck with, you know, the list you play. Like this Gear 5 spam struggles against the Eustace Kid matchup. You know, it's just the thing. They trash your life repetitively by spamming out big bodies, which, you know, makes it very hard for you, and they amass a large hand size on top of that because they are a 5 life leader. So, you know, this deck is really weak against that deck, but as far as the other decks, it plays perfectly for me. You test out both lists. I'll have them in the description down below. Test out both lists. Let me know which one you like the best, what changes you would make, you know. Hey, interact with your boy, man, because I always respond to the comments. If you drop a comment, you get responded to. If not immediately, as soon as I see it, you get responded to. That's just how I am, man. I like to tell everybody, I like to answer everybody's questions, man. And if you did like the video and you like content like this, hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button for your boy. And if you want to take it a step further in supporting me, hey, you can become a member, man. You can become official part of the crew. We have no official crew members as of right now. And if you made it this far in the video, man, I don't see no reason why you shouldn't become a part of the crew. It is what it is, though. At the end of the day, I appreciate y'all just for watching. You know, skipping the ads, whatever you do, I appreciate Appreciate it all, man. Appreciate all the love and support I've been getting, man. All the good comments. We've been helping people win tournaments. You know, I like it. I like it. I love it. But I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.